Good afternoon, I'm Jerry Mobbs, clinical psychologist. I'd like to give you a brief introduction to mindfulness today. You may have heard of this word mindfulness. It's very much a buzzword at the moment in mental health, and it's a very effective technique for practicing positive mental health and for also managing strong experiences like anxiety and depression. So, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is an ancient Buddhist practice. It's been around for many, many years, thousands and thousands of years. And it's a form of meditation, insight meditation, in Vipassana meditation. But in the last 20 years or so, modern psychology has incorporated the technique of mindfulness into mental health practice. There's some aspects of it that retain the Buddhist foundations, but essentially it's not a religious practice. And what mindfulness is about bringing your attention into the present moment in a non-judgmental manner, on purpose, in a particular way. So it's about stopping the automatic pilot that many of us are on in our busy worlds, where same routines every day, more, just go. It's about stopping that and learning how to actually pay attention to our experience right now and to bring attention to what's actually going on right here. Not in our heads, not in the past, not in the future, but actually right now. And right now, usually things aren't that bad. And right now, in this very moment, if we can connect with our pure experience, not filtered through what our head says about it and our judgments about it, but actually just a pure or a direct connection with what's happening right now. Often that can be a very peaceful place, a grounding place, and a safer place for us to be. Mindfulness is about looking at our life with openness and receptiveness, allowing ourselves to actually connect. So, for example, if we compare it to automatic pilot, let's say automatic pilot, I may get up in the morning, not even sort of be aware what day it is, having my breakfast, maybe reading the paper, not even really noticing my children or my partner, driving to work, not even really noticing the route that I take. Maybe I'm playing out a scenario in my head of an argument I'm going to have with a boss. I'm thinking ahead of the next 20 things I need to do over the next week. That's an example of that automatic pilot where we're not actually present. If we could be mindful, we might wake up in the morning and we might spend a couple of minutes just letting our eyes open and feeling the feeling of our body in bed, awake, alive, connected, whether it's to family or other people in the house or people we know will see that day, or nature. We might spend some time just noticing the weather, maybe feeling the sun shining on our face. We may wake up and a bit more slowly connect with the people around us. Notice the look on our children's faces. Notice how your family are that day. As you're eating, actually being aware of what you're eating and everything that's gone on to bring that food to you. Driving, actually being aware you're in charge of this vehicle and looking at the weather outside, noticing other people, noticing your drive to work and all the different things that you see along the way. So that's sort of an example of what we call informal mindfulness practice or mindfulness in action. But one way to start practicing mindfulness is to do a more formal practice, because it's quite hard to disconnect from that automatic pilot. We usually have to do it in a way where we say, I'm going to stop and practice paying attention for the next few moments. If we say, oh, I'm going to be mindful today, it's just too tricky. The automatic pilot's got too strong a pull. So one practice, there's many different ways, but one brief practice is just about saying stop and just noticing what your experience is right now. So just noticing what you can see around you, not looking for anything special or calm, but just whatever's there, just noticing. And noticing what you can hear. If your mind wanders off or jumps to the next thing, it's okay, just bring it back to what you can hear. And noticing your body, just being aware of how your body feels right now and any sensations that you notice. And now being aware of your thoughts. Just how is your mind right now? Is it busy? Foggy? Without the content, see if you can just describe the kind of thoughts that you're having. Planning thoughts, worrying thoughts, self-critical thoughts. As best you can, not judging yourself for having those thoughts, but just noticing, what are my thoughts like right now? And letting yourself breathe. Being aware of the fact that you're breathing. And now being aware of your body as a whole, here in this moment, connected to your experience right now. And we'll just finish the practice there. That's one easy way to start to practice mindfulness. I usually find that I have to, in the beginning, schedule that sort of practice in or attach it to some other routine thing I do every day, or it's too difficult to remember. So whether it's at breakfast, lunch and dinner, as you stop and just do that for a few moments, whether it's every time you get in the car, you just stop, notice your experience. Could be every time you sit down at your desk at work. Just think of something you do pretty regularly, maybe up to 5 times a day, and just practice that then. The benefits of mindfulness are enormous. There are health benefits, physical benefits to slowing down and actually paying attention to your body, being aware of what's going on. With mindfulness practice, you become more aware of yourself generally as a whole being over time. You start to become more aware of what you have a tendency to avoid. You start to become more aware of your feelings. That automatic pilot we may find we might find ourselves doing things without any awareness around why. And stopping and slowing down helps us to actually start to see more. Oh, there are my thoughts and there are my feelings, and there's that urge to want to do that thing. We can become more compassionate over time to ourselves and to others. We can learn to be less judgmental. Mindfulness can actually help us reconnect with the experience of joy and positive feelings. Sometimes they're easy to miss in our busy worlds. Mindfulness helps us feel closer and more connected in our relationships. It helps us feel calmer and manage stress better. So overall, there's lots of benefits to mindfulness practice. And this was just a little starting point for you today to start off the practice. So I really wish you well on your journey with mindfulness. And if you'd like to find out any more information, you can visit my website, jerrymobs.com.au, and you can see my other YouTube clips and my podcasts on Podomatic, and you can find out about me on LinkedIn. All the best.